right, another edition of this program. It's the 21st of February 2024. We are right here to dissect issues. Again, 1,900. That's what dollar is saying here to the Nigerian currency. We are pound at 2,250. No, Michael, what do you think is happening? Don't you think this is causing more hardship on the nation? How do you think Nigerians will survive this? This is a country that depends on importation. We are not producing our own products or produce. What do you think would happen since this has clinched to 1,900 naira and 2,250? Michael?
Yes, you're quite right. But don't forget that every policy comes with its own options of merits, demerits, threats, and of course, either you accept it or you abandon it, depending on what is on the ground. Currently, now, like you rightly said, Nigeria is an import nation, and most of the things that we have done that has taken us to this point was as a result of Nigerian leadership not being very thorough. There were signs, indices pointing towards this direction years back, but because of the way leadership runs in this part of the world, things are not taken seriously, and that is how we find ourselves at this point. Dollar is going to exceed 2,000 naira from the way I'm looking at it, because if you see what they are trying to do at this point in time, you will discover that recently that Mr. President himself said at this point in time we just need to go through this, and that statement alone does not augur well for so many people. And secondly, I think on this point now, there should be a kind of conference. The president should call a kind of conference, involve all the stakeholders. It's not only single out Dangote, Bua and all that, and they are in just one corner for a meeting. All of a sudden, we are hearing that the price of cement has come down from 15,000 to 7,000 naira. I said it here before, and thank God the vice president has come to re-echo what I said, that there is possibility of sabotage.
Sabotage.
Yes, and you can see it manifesting. At this point, they need to close ranks seriously, because if anything goes wrong, Tinubu will be the one that will take responsibility.
Because he's the head, right?
Because he is the head. And he needs to be very decisive. This is not a matter of joke. We are talking about Nigeria. Nigeria is going down on daily basis. And remember, let me just let you know that it's possible that the same people who are involved in his cabinet, in his government, might be behind this serious damage that is happening now within the country. The fuel, you can go out there, you can see the fuel queue have just returned.
Yeah.
And the prices are skyrocketing on daily basis. The naira has continued to devaluate. Depreciation is taking place on daily basis.
Some fleet stations, fuel is not sold for 800
and you can see this is almost 10 o'clock in the morning. But before now, if you watch before now, all people that are supposed to go to their places of work would have departed from the point of boarding. And you can see now, you can see background now, people are still queuing.
You can do it, no problem.
It sends a lot of signal, of what the situation is all about now. But I think, where sometimes I look at it and said, why is it, having fought, this man is somebody we know that fought for democracy. And he understands what democracy means to the people. And fortunately, he found himself, on the helm of affairs of Nigeria. It's not a matter of friendship. his image, his personality is at stake. And look at the discovery, the statement from the vice president. And that is just the truth.
There are saboteurs
yes.
trying to plunge Nigeria into
Of
anarchy,
course. At this point in time, I think you should look at, we should not be exporting anything that has to do with food commodities at this point in time. I think it should be stopped. Because the reason is
we should continue to shut the borders.
No, I'm not talking about, I mean exporting.
Okay.
You know, you see, because there's insufficiency currently now. And in what you saw there, they are trying to move 45 trucks to a neighboring country. And these are commodities, food commodities from Nigeria. And are you telling me that the government does not know these people? Shut down the borders as nobody should take produce that's been manufactured here in Nigeria outside the country, maybe for exchange interest or whatever. It should be stopped. Let Nigeria begin to have access to consumable goods, commodities at this point in time. Then look at the issue of these two men I'm talking about. Look at the discovery. But the ways and means in the CPN. The MFLA is also involved.
Yeah,
yes, I know. Yes, these guys
is not ex-presidents.
And particularly Dangote should be questioned. Buhari should be questioned. How can you? These are Tinubu should liberalize the economy. Give licenses not to all. Why should these people be monopolizing cement, monopolizing production of food? Liberalize, give people license to operate. These guys can be agents of sabotage. How come they suddenly said that they are going to reduce the price of cement?
When it's skyrocketed to 15,000.
So it that means most of the things they do is on personal gain, not on the interest. I know they are businessmen, but remember too, you know, they have some level of patronage from the government. They have some level of support from the government. You understand what I'm saying? So it is important at this point in time that Tinubu should sit down and rejig and reform some of these policies. Anyone that you see that is not favorable, you understand, you should abandon it. There are so many ways you can ravage the situation on ground now before it gets out of hand. As I'm talking to you now, there is massive build-up in Abuja. And you know that I'm sure of sabotage. That nobody's going to tell me that. You know, that this problem we are talking about now has not been there. Are you going to tell me the floating of Naira is a wrong policy? Are you going to tell me the removal of subsidy is a wrong policy? They are not wrong policies. But if you are telling me that, you know, there was this, it didn't kind of, carry some stakeholders along, maybe get their opinion on how to run, remove subsidy or possibly float the Naira. Okay, at this point now, I think he should sit down. The president himself should sit down and know exactly what he wants to achieve. Floating on, most countries does that. You know why? You know, we want us to patronize Nigeria-made goods. That is the excess of floating the Naira. And the floating of Naira is being determined, the success is being determined by the forces of demand and supply. Let me give you an instance. If you put a Naira on a river, on a sea, and it's floating, and all of a sudden, you saw that the Naira is beginning to sink. Are you going to allow it to sink? You must look for a lifeline. Because some of the factors, some of the things that are supposed to have cushioned the effect of these policies are no longer there. They have already been sabotaged. the farming and all, no light, no infrastructure. These are some of the things that would have cushioned the effect of this thing. But let us see how it's going to come out of this. But my brother, from what I'm seeing, I pray that these things will come under control.
What's the hope of Nigerians? What do you think Nigerians are thinking of doing presently?
Well, the fact still remains that there's nobody that can think right amidst hunger. That is just the truth. And there is this issue that Tinubu seems to have powered his economic nuclear arsenal capability to wipe away the lower class with these policies. It is some of the understanding some people are having. And you know what the lower class represents? They don't want to know whether there is government policy or not. What they know is that they can be able to afford whatever they want to afford at any given time. And they are seeing this thing as a direct threat to the lower class. And when this thing comes, when it becomes a burden to them, they will take to the streets. That's just the truth. Definitely they will take to the streets. So, but the little advice I want to say, add to this, that at least, I'm not saying that the government should fix prices. Fix value of goods. Not fixing the prices. Fix value for goods for now. That is the way to go. If you don't do that, I'm telling you what Nigerians are thinking now. I'm not talking about the average class or whatever, who can still, see how they will navigate, until we start to see positive effects, if well implemented of this policy. But currently now, the lower class are seeing it as a nuclear time economic bomb.
Now let's quickly move down to the former governor of Ondo State. His story here. The Ondo State government has declared February 23rd as a day to honor the late governor, Rotimi Akeredolu. I think his burial will be taking place on 23rd of February. What do you have to say? We have ex-governors paying respect. We have governors paying tribute. We have ministers also paying respect to the strong, astute former governor of that state, Rotimi Akeredolu. What do you have to say, Michael?
I see him as a legal luminary. He's somebody that I have been privileged in the past, to visit during his campaign at Ondo. I was in his house, and I came very close. I saw a man who has passion for leadership. I saw a man who has contributed immensely constitutionally. I saw a man who wants the government to always do the right thing. I saw a man who has shown competence. I saw a man who speaks truth to power. So, Akeredolu is a man of outstanding qualities, and he should be celebrated. When he was the NBA chairman, he did a lot of things, positively to impact on the judicial system in this country. So it should be immortalized, and I know definitely he will be immortalized. He's a man I still respect till tomorrow. These are the people that laid the foundation of democracy in Nigeria, and at this point, it's unfortunate that he passed on, but of course his legacies, can never be removed from our minds and conscience.
Thank you so much, Chinedu.
Thank you.
It's always a privilege to have you on the program. Thank you so much. All right, Kunle is right here with me. Kunle, good morning to you. It's been a while.
Yeah, Mike, good to be back here again, and I'm so happy to see you people. Thank God for life. Nevertheless, I had a turbulent time when where I went to a dusty area around Shimawa area. I inhalated a lot of chest pain with the dust of cement and that sort of things. So I thank God I had to back out. I've come back to the platform here because it was a terrible place for me to even adjust. I had to back out, I was placed on drip, so just for help, to render help for the projects somebody is carrying out there. But I totally lost control. But my wife too was even more concerned about me that no, come back to your work. So it's so funny for me, but I'm getting better now.
All right, sorry about that. Kunle is here. Many of the viewers have been asking after Kunle. Here is Kunle this morning.
Yeah, thank you, viewers. Thank you, the ones that remember me, and the ones that don't remember me. I give thanks to God that I'm alive and I can come back here safely today.
All right, we have different comments popping up. We have comments Kunle here. different comments. I hope we are able to read everything today.
Let's hear them.
Let's talk about the economic policy or the hardship we are facing right now in the administration of Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You are a strong supporter of this administration, and at the time you started condemning the way Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going about his own governance. Presently, we have dollar at 1,900 white pounds at 2,250. Kunle, Nigerians are facing a lot. A lot.
But
I don't know if you are passing through this hardship. Nigerians are passing through. There are serious lamentations in the country. Nigerians are complaining the economic policy of Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it seems the situation is now unbearable. Before we used to say it's been coming unbearable, but now it's unbearable. What do you think is happening? Where did he get it wrong? What do you think Ashwaji has, have in place? What alternative do you think is going to provide to get Nigerians out of this mess? This is poverty in the land, under crisis. What do you have to say?
thank you very much. Let me now say, point of correction, Mike. I've never condemned what is going on with the president, his style of governance.
Okay.
What I'm condemning is the cabal. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, there are people that have hold the jungula of this country at hand. What I mean by jungula of this country, that have captured this country in their hands. Because number one, I can say that subsidy removal, dealt a lot of blow to some people in this country. And I can tell you for free that what they've succeeded doing is to win the foot soldiers. That's the masses, by creating poverty. And I come to know this. I engaged with the little time I spent in that area, that Dusty Shimawa area. I engaged a lot of Awusas. That is this same problem we are facing, you guys are facing in the north. One of them told me that he just came back from Kano, and Governor Haba, single-handedly invited Dangote. Now these are battalions of problems I have on ground. Which one are you going to point out to solve for me?
It's in the news.
It's in the news actually.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you what is conversation, conversation, real conversation with the guy. So he now said, okay, what Abba now did was, he told Dangote, for us to build houses for the common people, you have to bring down the price of the cement. As I'm talking to you now, the price of cement, a bag of cement of Dangote is 3,500 in Kano. Then Abba went to the extent of the silos where they hold all these foods. Go to the extent of breaking those silos. Those are the proactive governors. Do they have those proactive governors in the west here? No. Do they have those proactive governors in the east here? No. Now, let's go back to the second point I want to lay now. We have a governor in Lagos State here that cannot speak the truth to Dangote because they got what they are benefiting from it. We have a governor in, Ogun State, where Ibeshe, one of the plants of Dangote is, right? That cannot speak the truth to Dangote because there's under the table, in which I think Lagos State is even trying, because they are telling him now, your refinery you built in Lagos, We've not seen anything working out of it. Now, what we're saying now is these people, they hijack the masses with poverty, so that they are the one throwing the poverty onto the masses for not then allowing the government policy to work. Do you want to tell me somebody that has been supplying fuel, they've been collecting billions of naira without importing any fuel, will be happy that they deprive him of his earnings? He will not be happy. But what I expect of the president now, he should eat the grants hard with these people. Eat the grant hard with these people. Look at the dollars issues. An average Nigerian that is well okay, there are hospitals here that you can treat yourself. World-class hospitals, I can tell you. The one we can build in Port Harcourt, there's hospitals, world-class hospital in GRA Ikeja here. They will abandon all these hospitals, health care. They will do what? Turn naira to dollars. Go abroad to go and pay their children's school fees, to go and treat themselves. How do you want the country to be okay? How do you want the economy to be stabilized? I'm telling you this because it's painful likewise. It's painful. Everybody is feeling it. Right? But there are some evil forces. The billionaires, the fake billionaires, the rugged billionaires, the criminal billionaires you have in this country. That's no. The criminal billionaires you have in this country. I'm saying it, I'm repeating it. And I have a right to vent my anger. Why I'm saying this? All over the world, you have billionaires that create food banks. All over. You have people like Warren Buffett. You have people like Bill Gates. To the extent Bill Gates said until he see no more poverty before he can have rest in helping the nation. He formed Belinda and Bill Gates foundations. How many of these foundations are your billionaires? And this is a trying time that is supposed to engage the masses, help the masses. So when I say demonic, I said the other time, this country is a demonic country. And if it's not a demonic country, we cannot have plenty and be suffering in plenty.
Some people are saying, Kule, you go explain tire. That's what some of the viewers are saying here. We have somebody saying that, Kule, our markets.
The market is okay. I rely, you see, me, as I am now, I put my mind off. I put my mind off about all this complaint, right? I put my mind up to God because there's God before government, right?
You don't understand what I'm saying. You said you put your mind off.
I put my mind
because
about
the administration is not working the way you expect.
It's not all about the administration. It's all about the masses, the citizen, and it's from you people we bring out this leadership. I'm telling you, Hoa.
So why are you putting your mind off?
I'm putting my mind off is number one. When we started this platform, on this platform, I was eating on the major thing we made. That was proud to Jonathan government. That was Jonathan government. I think I'm right then. There was a Jonathan government. I said what we need is that constitution. But the constitution we have, nothing can work good for this any government that is coming in. Because we are restructuring. That we need a constitutional review. Because that constitution is what can help the masses. Nigerian constitution is not meant to favor the masses. And I've known that for a while. So that's why I say I won't follow them. You complain till you die. Nothing can change. Nothing can change until they dust that deceptive constitution.
But this is a president that promised to change everything, to turn things around.
But they are still holding.
And you have trust in him.
Nothing the president can do. Because
that confidence.
The governors, okay, let me not tell you. Let me bring you an example out. A governor, right? Can president sanction a governor? No, answer me. Can the president sanction a governor? He got a vote at the same way the governor got his votes. Right? Answer me. Can a president sanction a governor? A governor, I'm telling you, we are having the best of allocations, monetary allocation to governors this time around. It's entering trillions now. Plenty of trillions. He can monitor them, but what can he do to them? It's only the House of Assembly member that can impeach the government. But those ones are lame up already.
Are you feeling the heat?
Feeling the heat like how?
situation?
Bag
Of
of
that
rice,
now?
bag of rice, 80,000.
Yeah. No.
Are you feeling it?
Bag of rice is 80,000 in just your domain here, in the south here. That's what I'm saying. I started our southern governor. They are part of our problem. They are not speaking out. I told you, somebody told me that in what's it called, Kano now, bag of rice is 25,000.
Ah,
Yes.
where?
Confirm 25,000. You don't believe anything.
I need to
25,000.
confirm that.
Yes, 25,000 naira.
Who told you that?
I'm telling you. Abba has made that guy part of the conclusion of the
in all
effect.
parts of Kano.
I say Kano.
Maybe palliative.
Not palliative.
It should be palliative.
Do you hear what I said when I
It
started?
should be palliative.
It's not palliative. It started from.
Yesterday.
Say I don't think to engage
Palliative.
because what I'm talking.
The president gave them grain.
No
gave them,
government. We are talking from Governor Abba of Kano.
Kano State.
You don't know what you are saying.
When did you hear it? Yesterday.
Sorry, just somebody that just came from Kano.
25,000.
Yes. Yeah, you do think that
We'll
too?
be embarking on protests on the 27th and 28th of this month. The NLC has been mobilizing for the protests. Are you going to be part of the people that will be demonstrating that day?
I'm not going to be part of any NLC protests. You know why I'm saying this? NLC is protesting for themselves, by themselves, for themselves, right? I mean, we need to have learned a lesson from NLC that NLC is all for themselves. When they talk of salary increments, are you involved in the salary increment? Why are you wasting your time on the streets? If you want to have your separate interests, protest is allowed. But when you're joining with NLC, you've not learned your lesson. Because NLC will just use you and dump you. And you remember now that even one of the NLC member, who happens to be chairman of Labour, is being accused of 3 billion naira apartment and that he built. Where did he see the money? And the lady was insisting, one of the Labour member was insisting that it was the Labour money. Part of the Labour money is spent. So where is the truth in Nigeria again? Who is the saint in Nigeria? Who is the saint? Tell me, let the saint come out and raise up his hand. You know, we need to change our orientations. Orientation that will see that when the next man has not hit him, how can I bring a succor for the next man? When I don't have to gag everything to myself, and there's somebody that has not even taken a square meal of, But Nigeria here, we prefer to start oppressing ourselves with what we have, and that the country cannot move towards that. A country cannot move. Any other question, man?
All right, sir, before you go very quickly, to say this, that the spokesman of IPOB, Imam Powerful, saying that the Igbos will not be part of the protests in Nigeria. Of course, we should know that what we are facing is as a result of the subsidy removal by the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But it seems the Igbos are less concerned about the protests Nigerians are coming for.
I will fault them on one side because we both destroyed this country. Their leaders were part of people that destroyed this country. Likewise, the southern leaders, all the southern leaders, the west leaders, they are part of people that destroyed this country. So they should be part to correct their leaders likewise, the atrocity of their leaders. Benin man cannot say he won't be part of the protest because their leader too need to be checked on. Western man, Yoruba man, will not say he shouldn't be part of this protest. Because all of them, they are one when they come together.
Are you two
all of them, they are one. What I will protest on is I'll carry my placards. Those Jungula, those horrible people that are holding Nigeria to ransom, let's go after them. But the problem now is the masses that are supposed to be foot soldiers. They've captured them too. They brought them into their side.
These are people that don't believe in that country. In the country called Nigeria. I'm talking about people. So we are saying we should also be part of the protest.
I did not spend. They don't believe in Nigeria, but they are spending Nigerian money for now, right now. Have you ever seen any Biafra money? Have they ever exchanged any money with you for Biafra money with you? And they are still continuing with their daily activities, right? So as of now, they are still part of Nigeria. No one can say it's not more part of Nigeria as of now until that referendum give them that freedom. Say go on your own way. But for now, we destroy Nigeria together. We have to stay and fix it up together. We run nowhere. We run nowhere. Meanwhile, I will not run to Cote d'Ivoire. I will stay in Nigeria and fix up, because if I run now, where will my kids run to? Where will my kids? All what we are saying is for the generational kids we have on ground. Look at those governors, say. They are earning, the federal allocation is entering like trillions of naira, trillions of dollars now. And they are sharing that money. What are they using that money for? What are those governors using that money for? Look at Senate alone. Senate just supposed to be a part-time Senate issues we're supposed to have it. Part-time, so that we can save money. A wasteful nation, we always encounter all these things. We are witnessing. And the hunger in the land, I've told you, a spiritual problem involved. Likewise, we have a spiritual issues with what is going on now.
Because buying into the idea of the general overseer of RCCG.
I have to buy into it, because they say, show me what you have done and let me see how I will grade you, how I will respect you. Right? When you go to that Shimawa houses, the whole Ogun State cannot provide any infrastructural amenities for them. It was that Baba. I'm telling you, Redeem Camp is like Las Vegas for today, and it's feeding. Everything is on that church. The road, though, the everything, the succumb, the widows, everybody, there's allocation they have for them. The citizens, there's allocation they have for them. And even the light is Redeem that want to provide light for them in a state that have a governor, that have house of rep, that have a house of assembly member. So what are we now saying? I don't think we can be sharing love among ourselves. You know, it would have been better. But to me, that area I went to, that Shimawa area, I saw hell. I saw hell there. I saw hell.
With this dwindling economy crisis, don't you think the supporters of Obi are vindicated?
They are not. They can't be vindicated, because the supporter of Obi himself, what has the presidential candidate done to improve the economy of the country? What productivity has he put on the table to improve? Is it beer? Is it next? Was it Euro you're talking of? Euro beer? Is it or what else do you want to say? Next supermarket that constituted all about imported, almost 90% imported goods.
Don't you think he has better ideas to revamp the economy?
Better idea?
Yeah.
Obi will be on seat now. They wouldn't have impeached him. You don't even Obi that ordered his followers in the National Assembly not to partake in the collection of this Jeep, and they disobeyed him. Can you imagine a party presidential candidate who happens to be the leader of the party, unquote and unquote, unquote I say, directed the members, don't be a partaker of the sharing of this, because people are suffering on the street. What did those guys do? They collected it. That means the labor issue go. There's confusion among them.
All right, some viewers are asking you, what about the Port Harcourt refinery?
Yeah, Port Harcourt refinery is still going to come on stream, but you know, the bad people that you are praying, that it will not work, keep praying bad prayer that it will not work. We all suffer it together. But you remember, whether you are in diaspora, your family is here. We go face them together. But APC,
be sincere with yourself.
For now, I can say there's no right track. There's no right track, but they can still have that time to be on that right track.
Yes, that means.
You know, there's no right track. They're on the track, but the track they're on now is not the right track. You know, there's something to recognize that you have to be on the track.
Are we expecting any amendments?
Yes, there must be. There must be amendments. People are talking. We are engaging. You know, people are talking. Because people are talking. No matter how they are the government in power, they will still spend their 4 years.
So you are admitting that the present administration is not on the right track.
We're not on the right track, and the masses too need to give their full support. Full support. Why I'm saying, if you see something, say something. You see something,
Don't
say
keep-
something. Don't
don't
keep
keep
quiet.
mum over it.
Don't keep mum. Engage your people. Engage your senator. Engage your
So
House
that
of
we can
Assembly.
enjoy this
We can
together.
enjoy it
Thank you
because
so
it's our
much for
money.
the-
It's our
Thank
money.
you so much. I appreciate it.